So this is the demonstrated customer data platform. Every customer-related data have been stored in the form of databases and tables on the platform. So once you click the single table, you will be able to see a bunch of different columns on it. And if you have any technical expertise, you can access to the data by writing queries on it. Or if you are marketers, you can simply populate or unify entire profiles by just clicking some buttons on the platform. So let's move on to the easier option on it. So first of all, you have to configure your profile set. So what kind of tables should be a master or data source on your customer data? Or if you have additional attribute tables or behavioral tables on the database or this platform, you can easily concatenate them by just clicking some buttons on this configuration view. And once configuration has been completed, you have to simply save the configuration and hit the run button on it. Eventually, entire profiles have automatically been populated internally. And you can access to the single profile, every single profile on this view. In this view, in this dashboard, you can see there are about 3,000 customer profiles internally in this case. And you can deep dive into every single profiles in this dedicated 360-degree profile view. So what about this customer? So you can see the activities conducted by this customer, or you can see every single attribute corresponding to this customer. Of course, this is a sample data, so it's not visually stimulating, but let's move on to another stimulating example. So this is actual customer information obtained from the different data sources. And if they have a bunch of behavioral information, you can see that you can track the activities, detail of activities on the web like that. Or you will be able to see the social network information tied to the customer on the internet. Or because this platform automatically runs text-based behavior profiling, you can see this customer's interest categories or interest words on this profile view. So it's visually stimulating, isn't it? Anyway, go back to the original one. And once profile information has been populated, what you can do is to create a subset of segment to represent your business goals. For example, let's focus on the customers who have false value on the attribute called churn. So in this case, you want to focus on customers who have not churned from your service yet. So there are about 85% of customers in it. And what you can do next is to implement your marketing campaign, which is called activation on that view. For example, by using the MailChimp connection, you can send a special campaign email to those who have continuously been using your service to send, for example, some discount campaign or something like that. Or this platform has advanced predictive analytics capability named predictive scoring. So for example, you can build a churn prediction model by just clicking buttons on the UI. And this view, you first need to configure who should get predictive scores, which actually means the probability of churn as a result of prediction. So in this case, you want to focus on the customers who have not churned yet. And for training, positive samples would be the customers who have already churned your service. And the only thing you have to do for feature engineering is to click this Suggest Predictive Features button. Once you click the button, some promising informative attributes have automatically been suggested on the view. So you don't necessarily have to write some Python code or R code or something like that. And you finally need to click Training button and Run button and regenerate your entire profiles. Eventually, you will be able to see the distribution of the churn probability on the dedicated dashboard view here. And you can see how many of your customers are likely to churn in near future. And ultimately, you can create a new segment based on the predictive score. And for example, you can send a special email to prevent their churn. Or this will provide additional information like accuracy from holdout validation or feature importance obtained from the predictive model.